back to the channel. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications bell to be notified until we upload. Yes, sir. All that will be in the description down below if you guys check that out, man. And today we're gonna be reacting to Friday the 13th, Part 3, Kill Count. Alright, so without further ado, guys, let's get straight into the video. Let's go. Dead meat.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we continue the Friday the 13th series.
What up, James A. Janice?
Released in 1982 in glorious 3D.
Damn,
At this point, Paramount
1982.
knew they had a formula for making money, so they didn't change anything that made the first two films such hits.
Sex. You guys are getting boring.
Except now it's all 3D, so the filmmakers felt obligated to add a lot of gratuitous 3D shots, like a lot of really unnecessary, totally egregious 3D shots. Also of note is that this is the film in which Jason acquires his iconic hockey mask, so if you ever want to impress someone on a first date, you can drop the hot trivia knowledge that his mask was originally owned by a guy named Shelley.
Damn it, Shelley!
One interesting thing is that this takes place like the day after Part 2, with the events of that movie being reported on the news. Turns out that after his final confrontation with Ginny, Jason just dusted himself off and dragged himself to safety. He uses his near brush with death, go back to school, and really make something of himself. Just kidding, he uses it to kill people. How many? Let's find out.
What? I was confused at
Jason's
everything
first
was saying.
victims are a
Low
feuding
key,
couple
bro.
who own an adorable little bunny rabbit.
Damn.
Harold is apparently so miserable that he eats fish food and drinks liquor on the toilet. So maybe Jason does him a favor when he kills him with a meat cleaver to the chest. Which is lovely skills where the victim doesn't even try to put their hands up or anything. Way to take it on the chin, Harold. Or in the chest, rather. His wife Edna hears the commotion and wanders outside to investigate, but we already know she's not the best detective in the world because she saw Jason in her backyard and mistook him for her husband. Maybe it's because Jason got rid of his luscious locks from Part 2. In any case, bald and beautiful, Jason quickly dispatches of Edna with a knitting needle through the back of her head. He even goes out through the front of her face and through his fingers, which I never noticed until recently. Harold and Edna serve as the traditional intro kills, and with them out of the way, we get to meet the teenagers we'll pretend to care about for the next 80 minutes. Instead of camp counselors, these teens are just a group of friends heading up to lead girl Chrissy's family home, which has the unfortunate name of Higgins Haven. Among Chrissy's entourage is a Latina, a stoner couple, that weird Shelley dude, and this couple who really spices up the movie with this little piece of information.
No way! We're pregnant, remember?
Yeah, I don't know why they did that either. Maybe it's their attempt at diversity like wheelchair-bound Mark was in Part 2, because God forbid they have an actual black character. Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, cool! It's a black character. There's actually two of them here, and they're thugs. Damn it. Well, at least that dude's having a good time. Look at that smile.
What the hell?
Never mind. Oh, yeah, Chrissy also has this super hunky love interest named Rick. I'd buy a farm just to hire that guy to work on it. Yeah, you move that hay. The trio of thugs are the first of Jason's victims after all the boring plot shit. First to go is Fox after she wanders into the Higgins barn about 40 minutes into the movie. Her compadre Loco finds her with a pitchfork in her neck. I love the camera moving down to show her feet off the ground. It's a nice touch. Loco doesn't have much time to freak out since Jason comes out of nowhere and sticks a pitchfork through his gut and out the other side. Ouch. But at least Loco dies keeping his cigarette in, because smoking makes you look cool, kids, even with the pitchfork through your gut. Ali, the leader of the gang, goes and looks for his cronies, and after finding Loco's body, actually goes on the offensive against Jason, the first time that's happened in one of these movies. Unfortunately, he gets bitch slapped to the ground and punched a few times, but spoiler alert, he survives and he'll be back later. Then for a while, the teenagers do their teenager stuff. Sex is had, dope is smoked, heavy shit. And Shelley does gags in poor taste, one of which leads to Jason's iconic look. Also, Chrissy keeps talking about some past traumatic event where Jason found her in the woods, and, well, we're not entirely sure.
I blacked out. I don't know what happened after that. I just don't know.
But I'm glad they didn't go too much deeper into it. Now we're into the movie, things finally get moving. Jason acquires his mask and moseys on out to the dock where Vera sees him, thinking
I thought he got killed.
How do people in this movie keep mistaking this gigantic mountain of a man-child for other people? She figures out that he's not Shelley just in time for him to shoot a harpoon straight into her eye. But for Shelley, who was trying to get with her, but you know that shit wasn't gonna happen anyway.
I was not expecting that either.
Basically heads back to the house. His next pair of victims is going to be the couple, the dude of which, Andy, is also kind of like a Joker guy with Shelley. I don't know, lots of weird vaudeville acts going on in this movie. Good thing though, because it leads to one of the coolest deaths of the series when Jason swings a machete down between Andy's legs while he's in the middle of a handstand.
Crazy.
It's even cooler when they show his body later. I don't know why Jason stuck his body up there on that ceiling beam, but damn, does that look gruesome. Andy's blood drips onto Deb as she reads a Fangoria article that name-checks Tom Savini, whose work is promptly stolen when Deb is killed in the exact same way Kevin Bacon was in the original, which really begs the question, was Kevin Bacon's character also pregnant at the time he was brutally murdered? Science says no, but go ahead and decide for yourself. With Jason in full-on murder mode, the corpses just pile up. First we see Shelley, who somehow survived an off-screen throat slit from back when Jason took his mask. He tries to get Chili to help him, but since he cried wolf earlier, she doesn't believe him and he dies on her doorstep. I guess she just thought he was really committed to the bit.
That's crazy.
She still thinks it's just a prank, bro, while her hippie boyfriend Chuck looks for the generator so he can pop some more 3D popcorn. Instead, he runs into Jason, who grabs him and throws him into a circuit box, causing an immediate electric explosion because that's what happens in Friday the 13th movies. We're gonna see a lot more immediate electric explosions going forward in this series, so just stay tuned. Chili finally realizes that Shelly is for reals dead, and then delivers the worst stretch of acting out of the entire series. Why are you running like that? I can't believe it. It's so bad. It's so bad, guys. It's so bad. Jason finally sticks her in the gut with a hot fire poker, putting us all out of our misery and pushing the kill count into double digits. Chrissy and Rick return from the woods.
That was some bad
acting.
acting.
Wrong when they find an empty pot burning on the stove. Classic stoner move. They separate, real smart there, guys, and it leads to what is hands down my favorite kill of the movie. In fact, I'm gonna give it both coolest and lamest kill at the end of this because it exists in between planes of quality. Jason kills boy toy Rick by squeezing his head. He squeezes his head to death.
And doing that, the vice grip shit that
How did audiences
the Great Cop used
react
to
to this
do.
in 1982? Were they not familiar with real heads? Did they mistake paper mache heads for real people? I don't know the answer to these questions, but I do know that Tom Savini had nothing to do with that visual effect.
What the
Though her
hell?
friend's dead, Chrissy is free to do what final girls do. It's pretty standard this time through, no fun psychology games like in part 2. Instead, she does the usual final girl victory tour of the people she's outlived, including a guy she's never seen before in her life, so whatever, you know? She fights back a couple of times, stabbing Jason in the leg, hitting him in the head with some wood, and dropping some heavy knowledge on him. Like literally, you know, books. She even hangs him from the barn, which appears to work for a second before Jason pops back up to show her his face? What? I put the mask back on then. Whatever. Overall, nothing too special. Except, wait, oh shit, Ali's back, and there goes the scene. I don't know why they brought him back for literally less than 10 seconds of screen time, but it was a fun little surprise, I guess. While Jason's busy chopping up Ali, like really just going to town on him, Chrissy grabs an axe because she's strong like that, drives it into his head, giving his mask its iconic slash and causing him to zombie walk at her for a few paces before falling to the ground in defeat. Chrissy escapes onto a boat because even though it's only 3 movies deep, this series doesn't know how to write anything new. She wakes up and sees Jason still alive in what is seriously a creepy image of him, peeking out of a window of the barn. He even comes out of the barn and runs at her without his mask. I forgot how much time Jason spends full-on face-off.
Isn't that weird?
But before you know it, he disappears, apparently a hallucination of Chrissy's. And then waterlogged zombie Mrs. Voorhees pops out of the lake and pulls Chrissy out of her boat. Again, directly ripping off the original, because I can't stress enough how repetitive these goddamn movies are. One more case in point, it all ends up being a dream. Damn, were these producers bereft of ideas. The law enforcement leaves Jason's body lying on the floor of the barn like any good police, and then boom, the movie's over. Let's go to the numbers. Jason kills 12 people in Friday the 13th Part 3. 7 guys and 5 girls. That's 2 more people than in Part 1, meaning this movie has the highest kill count of the series so far. At a runtime of 95 minutes, that's a kill less than every 8 minutes, which is also a bit more frequent than Parts 1 and 2. I already told you.
Damn, every 7 minutes he killed somebody.
That wasn't hyperbole. Like, look at that thing. It's both awesome and awful at the same time. Like, it has some awe and is simultaneously filled with it. But that's it. Friday the 13th Part 3.
Bro, it's mad fake. Looks mad fake.
Technology. Like, literally, it was the first movie filmed using that tech. Kinda cool. Next week, we'll be looking at Friday the 13th, the final chapter, which, I don't know if you know this, isn't the final chapter. Until then, I'm James H. Janice.
Well, I guess because it was back then too, 1982.
Yeah.
I guess the graphics and shit, it's not really gonna be the best.
Yeah.
Man, that was crazy though. That was mad brutal.
Yeah.
And weird. Well, there you guys have that video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up, man. Comment, share, subscribe to the crew. And as always, we'll see you guys on our next video. Peace. Bye.